What's up? You know who it is. I ain't even gonna waste my time jumping into all that. It's me. You know who it is. Um, Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all, not every one of us, but the ones who are very expecting a whole lot from Nintendo right now, like the ones that want third party to be announcing titles in droves on Nintendo, and that's their hesitance, that's the desire and need that they want to see from Nintendo is strong third party support, right? And they need to see it now. Let me ask you guys a question. All you that are very critical of Nintendo and their launch lineup and the games that they have coming, and that's not enough. That's just not enough. Let me ask you guys a question. Do you actually know when Nintendo is launching the Switch? Right? You know that they're launching in March, right? Not November of this year, or they chose to opt out of launching last November of 2016. You know that they chose to release the Switch into the marketplace for you to pick up on March 3rd, 2017, right? You know this. So if you understand this, if you know this, then you know that this is against the grain. This is so abnormal to the traditional flow of how this gaming industry typically functions with releasing hardware and things like that. There's even ways that our software is traditionally released. We don't get a lot of major announcements, major big titles released in this quarter of the year. At this time of the year, we typically don't hear huge things third party related, right? That's been the case for, I guess, forever, it seemed like. At least since the 7th and I'll say 6th, 7th, and 8th generation. That has been the pattern. That has been the way things flow and function, is everything is kind of quiet, except for a few titles pre-E3, and then E3 happens, we have the major titles, we get the major announcements, we get the holiday spin, we get the holiday appeal, and then after that, we start seeing all the big titles and new games and new stuff to expect for the holiday, Black Friday, Christmas sales. Well, Nintendo has decided to disrupt that normal pattern with skipping out on November 2016 and choosing to release March of 2017 instead of waiting to release November 2017. So I know I'm sounding like a broken record, but I asked you guys this in my last video when I was talking about the double standards. What, in realistic terms, could Nintendo be announcing right now that would make sense for the Switch? What? What do you want to see? Okay, yes, we have Resident Evil 7. We have Gearbox with what's that name? What's the name of that game? I can't think of it right now, but y'all know what that game is. It'll come to me in a second. You got that shooting game I can't think of. Borderlands. There it is. You got the new Borderlands coming. What else? Oh, Mass Effect Andromeda's coming. Yes. These games are hitting the market, and no, they are not coming to the Nintendo Switch. No, none of these companies have decided to make that port, which is not abnormal to Nintendo platforms, and I think you are reaching to expect them titles to be there right now. I feel that people are not being realistic. I feel that people are nitpicking this launch lineup to death. And like I said, not to sound like a white knight, not to sound like a defense force, but there is a lot of nitpicking going on from individuals and peoples and websites that just don't really make any sense. Like, To say that this is a weak lineup of games, right? A lineup of games that showed you Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, Xenoblade 2, Splatoon 2, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, ARMS. What else did we see? And that's what we know from first party, and that's within this calendar year. This is supposed to all come 2017. And a lot of these games we're going to get by E3. The only two we don't know about is Xenoblade 2, and we know Mario's coming holiday 2017. So all those titles, so that means we'll get Splatoon 2, we'll get Mario 8 Deluxe, we'll get Orange, and we'll have Breath of the Wild all by E3. And this is the worst Nintendo lineup ever. Like, and it's not enough third party when, okay, so I guess that, and I don't know if I made said this before. So I guess they were going to announce Call of Duty and Battlefield and all the other titles before they announced those same titles for more dominant platforms for those titles. So they're going to just make an exception for the Nintendo Switch. Again, and to make sure you put Nintendo on front of that, they're going to make an exception for the Nintendo Switch to announce these type of titles before they announce them on the platforms that they actually probably would generate more sales off of. You know, platforms that don't have a lot of first-party titles to contend with, where third-party is first-party. Yes, they're going to choose to announce all this on this new platform in March before they announce it and ruin their stage and their excitement and the spectacle of E3 for the Switch in March. So they was all going to show up at the stage in Japan, right? In Japan. And announce in front of a market and an audience that don't buy Western titles heavily. Mind you, this wasn't a Nintendo of America event. This was Nintendo of Japan talking to their investors, talking to their business partners, talking to all that. And they was going to have EA, Ubisoft, and all these folks, Activision, and whoever else you want, Bethesda, all these different companies stand up there and announce major titles, new titles, because, you know, we don't want that old stuff. We don't want old ports that we've already played. You know, you made that very much clear with the Wii U. You know, you don't want nothing that's a year out and a year old. So you want date parity amongst Nintendo with Sony and Microsoft, right? So you expected them to jump out, because of course they ain't gonna have them titles that's coming right now coming to the Switch. You best believe that. That anybody with common sense would know that them games wasn't gonna come. But you want parity. You want date releases. You want Nintendo to get those titles that them other platforms get, but you want them to make it a special announcement for the Switch before E3 in March. Ruining the spectacle of E3, ruining the excitement and the shock that they get from, you know, announcing the new Call of Duty or the new Battlefield or the new this and the new that. Are they supposed to make an exception and announce all that now for the Switch? I'm sorry, I got my keys in my hand. Really? That's what you want. And that's what Nintendo needs to do to get you to buy the Switch. Tell me you're not serious, man. I mean, I can't help but to laugh at this stuff. Now, another thing. The truth is, folks, this March release is not really for that gamer. It's not for that gamer. Let me say it again. It's not for that gamer. It's not for you guys who wants the super duper third party support. That's not what this March 3rd launch is for. It's not catered to you. It's not designed to win you. It's not designed to appeal to you. So by you saying you're not buying it, it makes Nintendo looks, it don't make Nintendo look bad. It doesn't make any person who wants to buy the Switch upset, or what it shouldn't. I say it like that because you got a lot of sensitive individuals who let this stuff bother them. It shouldn't make you mad. If you buying a Switch, I guarantee you, you are a core Nintendo fan. I guarantee you, you are either that or the pitch of the Switch appealed to you and you're getting it. They're not trying to win the hardcore right now. They're trying to win their core fan base. That's why they got them core titles already announced. They let their core fan base know that, look, this is what we got for you, our true fan base at launch. Don't do us like you did us with the Wii U. Go buy the Switch. We understand what you want. Look at this Mario game that we're getting you. You see how open world it is? You see how it has all the bells and the whistles that you wanted in your Mario game for the Wii U that we didn't give you. We understand we made it too easy, too casual, but we're getting away from that. We're going to give you the Mario game that you want so that you, my core Nintendo fan, will buy it. That's who they trying to get. They're trying to get me. They're trying to get the John Shaws. They're trying to get the Keiths. They're trying to get the Jedi Knights. They're trying to get the Nias. They're trying to get the Red Knights. They're trying to get the Mr. T's, the Terminator Juices, the you name them. That's what they're trying to get. I'm just trying to name all the people. The OJs, I just can't, Obi-Wans, the Dr. Treys. They trying to get their core fan base to buy in first. They long as they secure that, you already got about two. You making sure you're selling out your first shipment, which that was going to happen anyway. And then you're securing sales of at the very least 8 to 10 million people if you can get that fan base. And not only are they appealing to them folks, they're appealing to that 3DS fan who don't typically care about the home console experience, but the Switch has a lot of those 3DS JRPGs and those type of games right there that appeal to that audience. So Nintendo is really not trying to win you who wants to play Call of Duty all day. Not right now. There's no sense to try to win you right now. That pitch will be made to you at E3. That pitch will be made to you at E3. If you're looking for that right now, then you're just looking in the wrong place. If Breath of the Wild didn't do it, if Odyssey didn't do it, if Splatoon 2 didn't do it, if Xenoblade didn't do it, if Arms didn't do it, if Mario Kart 8 Deluxe didn't do it, if none of those games appeal to you, you know what? They wasn't trying to get you. Because all those games, even Xenoblade, appeals to me, and I think that's who they're trying to get. If I can get my core base to buy in first, we can generate enough sales within the year to make this console appealing for third party to take us serious, for we can appeal to that Call of Duty and Battlefield and all them other games that y'all want, those serious titles that y'all have to have from third party that y'all already play on your PlayStation 4 Pro and your PlayStation 4, your Xbox One, and soon to be Scorpio and your PCs, and you already play these games. You already got access. But we know you want it on your Switch too. We know you want it on your Switch. Yeah, you really do. Yeah, you're lying. But anyway, they will appeal to you at that time. So just stop with the nonsense. Stop looking and barking up embarking at a pitch that ain't even trying to appeal to you yet, they're not concerned with you just yet. Oh, yes, you're in their crosshairs, just not right now. They trying to get all those people like me, the core fan base, and like those they won with the Wii. That's who they're appealing to right now. Their core, not the hardcore in the sense of the whole landscape of gaming, but Nintendo's hardcore fan base. And that Mario Odyssey and that Breath of the Wild has proven that's who they trying to get, folks. Splatoon 2, that's who they trying to get, folks. They trying to get their core fans right now. They trying to galvanize them, making sure that at the very least, we got our core fans sold on the Switch. They have done that. Oh, yes, you best believe. They have succeeded in winning their core fan base, even the ones they lost with the Wii U. Oh, you can hear them crying. You see them making videos talking about but guarantee day one, them same individuals that's making all these crocodile tears are going to have the Switch. The ones that claim to be Nintendo fans. Now, the ones that you know ain't never been a Nintendo fan, some of them going to have the Switch at launch. They already got theirs pre-ordered. Best believe it. Said the same thing about the Wii U. Now, give it a little time, folks. E3 is where it's at for the argument that many of you guys are complaining about. That's E3. Once E3 is gone and past, and the pitch that Nintendo make at E3, if that's not satisfied, then it's time to fuss about all what Nintendo might be doing with the Switch. But right now, folks, it is not time to cry. Wipe your eyes, you crocodile crying tear you. Yes, I said that. Anyway, I'm about to get in here. I'm out, folks. Make sure you tune into the Live and Level Gamers podcast. I think we're going to have it tonight. At least right now, I think we are. I might not. I don't know how I feel. But stay tuned possibly for that. Make sure you tune in to FullEffectGaming.com. This is your boy Levelhead signing out. Till next time, folks. Deuces. Peace.